And I'll preface it with, I don't want this many combinators, but I don't have a choice because I can't get the behavior I want without this many combinators. So the premise is call a train when there's enough resources in the chests to load the train. The train is an iron plate train. The wagon for iron plate stacks to 4,000. So this combinator has two variables in it, 3 and 4. One is the color. I use cyan to say this is a loader. It's got enough resources to load a train. W is the number of wagons in the train. It's 8. Iron plate is what goes on this filter inserter. And then stack is S, which, by the way, why is this not set right? Oh, because I missed... Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. I missed the power pole. I was just thinking to myself, you know what? I should probably redesign this so that that power pole doesn't stick out. So, FPS is dropping, so I leave my world there for better PC. Well, what I do is I don't play my world on the same world as I have editor extensions. I keep the two separated. Gotta keep them separated, you know. At least that's what the song says. Good. Well, there are several things you can do that will screw it up if you abuse it. Seems to be something wrong here. Oh, that pole didn't get placed. Okay. So let me finish this thought here. So the basic premise is I'm going to call a train when I have enough resources in these chests to load that train. Now, I am using these wagons independently. I'm not saying, you know, this train, there's 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, 10,000, 12,000, 14,000, 16,000. I'm not saying call a train when there's 16,000. I'm saying call a train when any of these wagons hits, or when all of these wagons hit 2,000 each. So, this F1, right? When everything, which is adding up all of these, all 6 of these, you see the red wire there. When all 6 of these is greater than 2,000, or in this case 4,000 because it's a plate. Yes, that is the same thing, Moosh. But if you have a lot of, if your world is huge, then, you know, editor extensions is going to cause lag, especially if you have the auto things already done. So if this wagon, or if these chests have enough to fill this wagon, and the stack size is 100, then stack size, a constant of 40, means that when there's 4,000 in these 6 chests, set F on the signal on green. Right? So the green wire is connected to this power pole for output. So if F is greater than or equal to the number of wagons, which is 8. So if 8 F's appear on this network, then it sets the train limit to 1. It puts 1, I equal to 1 on the train, on the network. The second network here says it's not looking for, it's not supposed to be looking for 8K. It's supposed to be looking for 16K. Or 4K, yeah. Sorry, it's looking for 8K. This one's looking for 4,000 because that's how much this can hold. And then if it's got enough room for 2 trains, yes, then it's going to request the second train and it'll set this combinator. This combinator will trigger as well, which will put another I on I equals 1 on the network because they're additive. So in this case, it'll say you put an I of 1 and you put an I of 1, and so the result is I get an I of 2. You see over there on the right-hand side, it says I has a value of 2. And that gets sent to the train station for send the train set train limit. Sorry, set train limit is I. So whatever I is, in this case 2, that's what it sets the train limit as. So that's what those combinators do, is they independently talk to each chest set and say, can you load a wagon? If so, set a flag. And then when they're all set, they call a train. And then the blue lamps that you see all over the place are the ones that are telling me that this station is requesting a train. And thank you for having me review it, because I noticed a typo there that I would not have noticed, or a missing power pole. And so you saved me a bunch of agony. Thank you. All right. That is iron, stone, copper, coal. Let's go take a look at fluids now. Seeing as I'm here, then they need to be done. Fluids work off the same concept, but their stack is higher. Literally the same thing. And the pipe locations are different. But if we go look at our template, I want to get another, I want to get a bear going here. Which is going to be this. My music ended. We'll go with this. So what will happen is I will end up placing this here, and it will replace what I've got now. But I have to delete what I've currently got existing because I've got poles already there that have wires on them, and combinators that already have wires on them. And wires are additive when you place them. So I have to delete what exists and then place the new so that I don't get extra wires. And this is oil. And then this is research oil. Now, what should happen here is that I should get 24,000 and 48,000. And that's exactly what happens. So in this case, what's going to happen is for each of these each of these tank pairs, when they add up to either 25,000, 24,000, or 48,000. As you can see here, it's 49,000. It never actually hits 50,000, even though each of these can hold 25,000. For some reason, they never round up. So my way of fixing that is that I have a stack multiplier that shortcuts it a little bit. if I was going to be exactly precise and go for 25,000, 50,000, then this stack would be something. It's probably this multiplier. Probably stays at 40, but the stack goes a little higher, goes like 650 or something. But that's not going to happen because I don't want that headache. All right, so that was easy to fix. So let's go fix the other oil, and then I will get to work on well, refining. Well, I got to set all the trains up again, but you know, minor problems. Mooch says, I get the job done with 4 combinated to divide the whole amount of the station with how much a train can hold and output is L, and then I pass that to a decider combinator saying if the limit is equal to or lower than many trains at the station, dedicated stackers at the station can hold 1 stacker count. L exceeds the threshold amount, then I check with the decider combinator to output 1 L if is greater than set the amount is 1 plus the stackers. And I multiply the 1 with the set amount and send it to the station. I have no idea I have no idea how that would be implemented in my world, but I certainly am not doing it to the most optimum. I'm just sort of fumbling along until I get better at it. And eventually I might come into something that works for me. Also, I've never... Oh, a big yawn, kitty cat. I've never needed more than 2 trains at a station. That might change in this design. But certainly at an outpost station, I can never load more than 2 trains. They just don't load that fast. They don't mine or load that fast. Yeah, I have dedicated stackers too. Yeah, I get it. They're a good idea. I think it's a real challenge to have general stackers. Your rail network gets super complicated and it's not extensible at all. Good. I'm debating turning some of this on, but I'll finish the oil and then I'll turn some of it on. See how it goes. And here I thought I had turned all my trains off. Come on, you fucker. All right, so let's try the same philosophy here, which is to say we're going to save off all of this. Well, I have a bunch of garbage. Let me go get rid of it. Well, that's a lot of trains. Well, the important thing is you found something that works for your build. And if you're happy with the build, and I'd love to figure out a simpler way to do this, but right now I'm kind of brute forcing it and sort of like going, yeah, it's good enough. Even though what I'm doing is outside my skill set, really. I'd rather hard code it, but I know the number of trains would kill me later on. So, let me start down here. Oh, and I've got this special stuff here too. Fudgies. I forgot about that. Because if I delete all those, I've got to take care of that too. Son of a gun. Oh well. I'll figure it out. But I don't remember what I said. Moosh, if you want to post a small blueprint of just your loading decider combinators, it would be great to see how you solve that. Just from a learning perspective, I might not do it, but I'd just like to be able to say, oh yeah, that's pretty clever. Or a screenshot. Hey, CG55, is there any way to change what assembler makes based on circuit conditioning? No, there is not, CG. Assemblers don't accept wire connections. The only thing you can do is feed them different things. So this is a loader. So let's take a look at a... Let's just grab a bare loader because this is going to be different than most. And then this is going to be a bare fluid unloader, which is this. 34, 138, 215. This is going to be heavy oil. This is light oil. And this is petroleum. Okay, so you are called petroleum load. And you are called light oil load. And you are called heavy oil load. All right. I don't know if there's anything else I need to do here, but I do need to add. I need to add these combinators for this. You need to go here. You need to go here. So if you're requesting a train, then you're putting a 7 on the network. And then you need to connect to this. And you need to connect to that. So if this is requesting a train, you're putting a 6 on the network. Actually, if you're requesting 2 trains. You're not even requesting a train yet because you don't have anything. Meow, meow. All right, so I think that fixes this. Pretty easy fix, I guess. Now I need to fix this. Where is my marker? Finish. Oh, I need to fix that. Come on. You're the new fuel station. Take this over to here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'll go for about another half hour. Sorry, distracted. So I think these fluid ones should be pretty straightforward for me to update. Except for that one little thing I've done differently. This is an empty unloader. Or an empty loader. A bare bones loader. Where is it? I'm just going to use this for now. And then this is a simple unloader. Which, by the way, is that the same thing as this? Yeah, okay, good. So this has to come off of there. But I need to interrupt this because you can only get your input from here. So this is light oil. You are a light oil unloader for research. Red needs to come from this pole, which is coming from the large power pole, and this green output needs to come from this little power pole. Actually, I want it to come from here. So I need a red input from the large power pole. So if a 7 comes, and a 7 will come when these tanks are double full, then this will turn on. And when that turns on, it will bring the red wire data wire. It will bring 7 along the red wire. And when 7 on the red wire gets here, and these tanks are empty, it will allow a train to be requested. Otherwise, it will block. Unfortunately, I can't put an and condition here. Lucky, thank you. I saw you've gone back to playing some Factorio. That's very heartening. I saw what was it you were doing was the fluid one. I thought that was interesting too. I could almost be convinced to try that one, but after seeing how much headache Cyclomactic had on it, I don't know that it's a good idea for me. And this is going to output. My blueprints just hit, Moosh just hit exclamation point blueprints, and it'll take you to the GitHub repo. Nullius, yeah. There you go. Now, these most recent ones are not there, so they're still in development. You don't post to mine. You can post in my Discord. You can, if you read the README on mine, Moosh, you can see how to put things into Factorio bin, which is like a paste bin, but for Factorio blueprints, which is a very good way to do it. Just make sure you save a copy of your link because Factorio bin doesn't have any user management. So, Mucky, seeing as you just joined, in case you're curious, I have redesigned my decision logic for these locations, and the result is that I've had to replace all of the combinators and power poles on all of my stations because I didn't like the way they were behaving. Yeah. I redesigned them all last night, and it's not terribly bad. But I still have to reprogram all my trains yet. All my trains have to have new programming. Yeah. Fortunately, I did it just when I'm not even done with blue science yet. So Moosh, if you want me to see something, it's got to go in Discord because I'm not opening stuff while I'm on stream, and it's gonna scroll off. Thanks, though. You know what? I'm just gonna take this and then update it, which I normally don't do. You can put it in the Factorio channel, Moosh. Thanks. I'll take a look at it later. Because I'm entertaining dozens of people on the interwebs. After I finish lube, if I have time. I want to finish focusing on what I'm doing so that I don't get hybrid situations going on or miss something. Yeah, well, I'm in a lot of pain, so it tends to take away the sharpness of the focus. There, that moves that. One more to go, and then I can get started on the next step. Ugh. Oh well. All right, what is this one all about? Besides getting these trees killed. This is cracking lube. And it's untethered. Interesting that that never happened. So this is a... I got that right? This is a loader? Yeah, loaders are this. So this is a bare bones loader. I really appreciate that, Mucky. This is a bare bones unloader. This is going to be unloading red juice. And this is going to be loading green juice. And I don't have a thing 0170. I don't have a lube train yet. Thanks, Mucky. I should have a lube train. Hi, kitty cat. But it doesn't appear that I have made one, so I will place one down. And it'll get built, and then I'll send it here. Okay. Last one of these. Last time I petted you, you just got up and walked away. I still have to program all of my trains. For now, we're going to go here. Now I'm going to take a look at what Moosh created, see how it fits. How big is this fucking blueprint, Moosh? Oh, okay, good. Oh, it was a book? That was a whole book. Okay. Train loader, train unloader, and fluid. So this is loader, maybe. So the difference between these two is train loader, train loader. Oh, okay. So this is adding up. Are you setting the filter inserters are back here? Are these set to filter? Oh, these are not filtered. Okay, they're just enabled. I don't know why you would enable or disable an inserter for a chest, but okay. Hang on, I'll be right back. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I have no idea how this works. I wouldn't be able to figure this out. So the red wire here is totaling up all of the contents of the chests, and we assume that there are 48 chests. So whatever raw fish is, contents, I assume. So I'd have to change it in 3 different places. Dude, you can just type a whole sentence. You don't need to hit enter every time you're just spamming my channel. Yeah, I read the description. It doesn't help much. Why would both of these be connected here? This puts, if L is less than 3, then it puts L on there. And then this is multiplying L by 3. From fish, whatever item is coming in the signal, a constant number on 3 of the combinators says how much the train can this loading station call, which is 1. The station, and X, the stacker says that station. In this blueprint, that's 3, 1 plus 2. So you're doing fancy stuff that I can't follow. I mean, maybe this is great. I don't know, but I don't have the skill set to understand all that's going on here. This is, yeah, like I said, this might be a great design. I can't use it because I can't follow what's going on. I mean, I don't even like the combinators I have set up. So it's not like I'm judging you. It's just you might have something good here, but I'm not good enough to follow it. So, thanks for sharing. What usually happens for me is I sit on something. I have this blueprint book called Other Builds right here, and I put things in there, and I stew on them, and then sometime later, I understand what's going on, and then I make use of the knowledge. That's how I learned this percentage display. That's how I learned this firewall. That's how I learned to put bot limits on things. Still haven't figured out this power indicator. So I'm going to sit on it for a while. Thanks for sharing. I'm not sure how to use it, but it's the sort of knowledge that I'm looking for because you're doing things a little more seamlessly than I am by using the scaling of numbers and math. It's just that right now my brain is not in a good spot where I can actually follow what's going on. So I apologize if it sounds like I'm being dismissive. Bot limits is pretty straightforward. I can show you that really quickly. Hang on, let me do this. A RoboPort. The percentage counter is in my blueprints. It's in the power blueprints, so you can just get it from there. Actually, this RoboPort check is in my blueprints as well. This combinator, or this RoboPort, every RoboPort will tell you what's in it if you connect the wire to it. Unlike the previous question where how can you connect, how can you ask CG55 was asking, basically, you need to be able to have a wire connected to a RoboPort or to an assembler to do what you want, but you can connect a wire to a RoboPort. And so what I do is, if you want to hard code it a little bit, you can. This roboport, all roboports will spit out 4 statistics. Available Logibots, total Logibots, available Conbots, and total Conbots. And it puts them into these 4 variables. Now, what I did with this inserter was I'm looking at X and Z. Now I've got L here, but let's just set that at a heart of 1,000. And let's just set Z at 500 or C at 500. So what you do on the inserter that is going to put into, and let me simplify this a little bit better. Take out this and take out this. So now we have something that is really straightforward. So these two combinators, or these two inserters, imagine that they're getting their input from 2 different things. And one chest has construction bots, and one chest has Logibots, right? However you want to set that up. But what you're saying is Z, in this case, I'm asking available Conbots. If the available Conbots goes below 500, enable this inserter. And in this case, I'm saying if the available Logibots, which is X, is available logistics bots. If the available Logibots goes below 1,000, then enable this inserter. Good. That one's pretty straightforward. The percent display. Percent display is a little different in so much as, oh, it's not in power. I'm sorry, it's not in power. Where is it? Oh, well, okay. The simple one that I use here, percent display relies on a couple of things to make it work. The key item that it relies on is this middle one. Right? First off, it needs an input feed. And in this case, that input feed is going to be the red wire. So it needs a red and it needs a green. And for this percent display to work, hi, did you already attack and kill all those mice already? You're a good cat. Red is the amount, and green is the divider. So because of the way Factorio works and that you don't have decimal points, then what you need to know is how much is there. So in this case, this wagon has, or this set of chests has 48,000, but to your point, a couple